begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the March 21st meeting of the Board of County Commissioners. My name is Shelley Bueller, and I have the honor of serving as chair of the commission, alongside my colleagues, Commissioner Kevin Cook.
Morning.
And Commissioner Bob Archer.
Good morning.
Good morning. Madam Clerk, the first item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
There's just one item on the consent agenda. Are there questions?
I would move approval of the consent agenda.
Motion by Commissioner Cook.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Madam Chair, this morning we have one set of vouchers dated March 18th, 2016, in the total amount of $1,023,227.93. Significant amounts in the report include the bridge project for $160,000, health insurance for $255,000, and then the sheriff bought 3 new vehicles at $37,000 apiece for a total of $111,000. I have reviewed all the vouchers, have no questions, and move to approve the vouchers as presented.
Thank you. No questions either. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Cook. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
Move approval.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item B, information technology, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C76-2016 with Computer Information Concepts for annual maintenance support for the tax administration solution platform used by various departments involved in tax revenue collection at a cost of $49,265 from the information technology budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Pat O'Blain with the Information Technology Department. This item is for the annual renewal of the maintenance for the tax administration solution provided by CIC. This is the program that we use to track payments of taxes, levy taxes, all of the inner workings of all the things that we do to collect, distribute, et cetera, for taxes throughout the county. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those.
Thank you, Pat. Are there questions?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Commissioner Cook?
Mr. Olander, is this the software that we use for the tax sale and the same software that we use with the calculation or sending out the delinquency notices from the treasurer's office?
It plays a role in those activities. I don't know that it directly supports the tax sale. I think it's a different set.
But we use this as software for gathering that information.
Yes. Yeah, information in this system is used as part of that sale.
And have we been completely satisfied with this software?
Yeah, I think we can give it a pretty good recommendation. During the implementation part of putting the thing into play, we did have a few bumps in the road. The program didn't necessarily have all the features that we needed for the county, the size of county that we had, but the company that we're working with did a good job of implementing the features that we asked for. So I think at this point we're relatively well satisfied with the program. There's still a few things that we would like it to do that it doesn't, and we'll continue working with CIC to get those features implemented. So over time, it'll fit our needs even better. But it's been difficult to move from a system that we had built internally specifically for Shawnee County to a program that we bought off the shelf that's applicable to a larger audience, and included features that we don't use, didn't include some features that we needed. But we're working back and forth with CIC to get those needs addressed. So overall, I'd say we have a successful implementation on that product.
Further questions? Commissioner Archer?
Yeah, if I may, Madam Chair. A lot of people ask me, Pat, why do we go outside and work with contractors? Why don't we do all this work inside? What's the process we use to decide whether we do the contract work or we do it internally?
Okay. My preference is that we build whatever software or systems that we can for ourselves to maintain the ability to customize and modify whatever it is we're using to best suit the needs of Shawnee County. And the best way to be able to do that is to build these things for yourself. Back in the days when we had the mainframe, we were able to do that with our tax implementation system. Anytime there was a change that any particular department wanted in a workflow, or the program needed to be modified to do something a little bit different that's specific to Shawnee County, we would simply do that. We would make those changes. So we no longer have that ability with a purchase program that we buy off the shelf. We can still get it done, but we have to work through the vendors to do that. My preference is to build whatever software we can so that we have the staff on hand to be able to modify software with minimal fuss and to do it quickly and to do it specifically for Shawnee County. That was a major part of what we reorganized the IT department for back in late 2014. We recognized that we wanted to be able to do that and do it in a big way. And we've been relatively successful in doing quite a few projects since then. I think we've done 7 major projects for various departments. We did something for the planning department, a couple of things for the solid waste department. We're doing one for the refuse, the public works department right now. We're also engaged in rebuilding one for the elections office. The nice thing about these applications is we can sit down with the people that actually use these programs and ask them, is it working for you properly? And if they come back and say no, we start working on amending it or changing it to better suit their needs. Additionally, we do not have to pay annual maintenance on any of those. So once we've built it, it's ours. We don't have to pay anything to a vendor for support. Now, of course, we have to pay the support staff here in Shawnee County for those for their salaries. But on balance, I think the benefits of having on-site staff that are supporting programs and applications that we've built for ourselves far outweigh any disadvantages. So my preference is always build whatever we can and then buy what we have to. Now, the things that we have to buy are things that we don't have sufficient staff to be able to support. One of those things is the tax program. That is a big program. That really is the fundamental thing that Shawnee County is here to do. And we can't afford to have that program not there for us and well supported. Now, that being said, I think that we're fully capable of writing such a program given time once we get our current backlog of programs completed and get our staff solidified and grown to the point where we have a deep enough bench to survive the retirement or the leaving of a particular key employee. We want enough people involved so that if anything like that happens, we can continue to support whatever we build. But I think we're getting there over time. We're getting back to the point where we could tackle an application of the size of the tax solution. So far, everything we've tackled, we've been able to do a pretty good job of building and supporting. So I'm confident that we would be able to build about anything that Shawnee County needs given time. But until that day, we will have to continue purchasing certain applications.
Thank you.
In other words, if it makes business sense to contract out, that's what we do.
We will do so.
If it makes business sense to do it internally, that's what we do. Okay. Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve.
It's a motion by Commissioner Archer,
Second.
second by Commissioner Cook. Further questions? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Item C, Health Agency, number 1, consider authorization and execution of Contract C-77-2016, amendment to Contract C-178-2015 with Aaron Scraper for quality improvement and risk management services at a cost of $30 per hour, not to exceed $25 per month, 25 hours per month, and reflecting a June 30th, 2016 termination date.
Good morning, Commissioners. Alice Weingartner, Health Agency. This contract is really a continuation of a contract that we've had with Erin Scraper since she resigned, and I honestly can't remember the date. It's probably been about a year ago. And we continue to ask to maintain this contract as we await the notification from HRSA regarding the transition of the Community Health Center. The work that she does in helping us monitor our risk management reporting and our quality report card are vital to our operations, and it's just one aspect of her work that we can have her continue to do while others pick up it internally. So I'd be happy to answer any other questions.
Thank you, Alice. Move approval of the contract. Are there questions?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Cook. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item C2, consider authorization and execution of contract C78-2016 with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment for the provision of 2 data loggers from the Kansas Immunization Program, along with training and ongoing user support for these devices with no cost to the county.
Commissioners, these items are actually units that we need in the refrigerators where vaccines are kept in order to make sure that they are kept at the proper temperatures. And so we have to have this agreement with the state because we receive vaccine from the state in order to meet those requirements.
Great, thank you, Alice. Other questions? Or a motion?
Move for approval.
Thanks.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Archer. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Item D, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C79-2016 with Miles Harper to conduct youth sports clinics and instruct youth on basic skills and fundamentals of individual sports for a fee of $15 per class.
Morning, Commissioners. John Knight, Parks and Recreation. This is a contract for an individual to perform some class instruction for us, specifically in some sports skills. If you have any specific questions about that, Sean Osborne, Superintendent for Outdoor and Adventures, is here. Could answer them for you.
Thanks, John.
Move to approve the contract.
Thank you. There's a motion by Commissioner Archer.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item D2, consider authorization and execution of contract C80-2016, amendment to contract C223-2014 with the TDC Learning Centers, Inc., for lease of the Shawnee North Community Center to operate a preschool, extending the current contract for 1 year ending May 15, 2017, with an increase to the contractor's session fee from $11 to $12, and increase in annual registration fee from $30 to $50 per individual, and from $50 to $75 per family, and the addition of an annual $40 supply fee.
Commissioners, this is a request to extend the contract with TDC Learning Centers. This to take you back a couple years. Shawnee County Parks and Rec at the peak, even before we merged, ran our own preschools. This is as we began to look at it from a business aspect, began to look at what the total cost to operate these programs were, and how much revenues we receive from this. It's a much better deal, both on the expense side and the revenue side, to go with these contractors to run those programs. Initially, I think a lot of people began to worry because the only thing you can do worse than close an elementary school is change a youngster's preschool teacher. But after we've got through the initial phase of this, everybody's very happy with the services that's being provided. Their contract is coming due. We had language in there that allows us to extend that. Susan Hinchler is here too, and she's been visiting with the representatives from the TDC and looked at their financial statements. And if that makes the county commission nervous, we also ran them by our audit finance department to be sure that appropriate people were looking at the financial statements. And they requested to raise their fee slightly so that their business could make a little bit of a profit off of this. And we think that's well within line with the master plan and the future. Susan Hinchler, Superintendent of Recreation, is here if you guys have any specific questions about this item.
Thanks, John. Are there questions? I might have one, John. The increase of fees then is for next school year?
Yes.
And patrons have been notified, or they're
Yes.
aware that these increases are coming?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion on the contract?
So moved.
Motion to approve
Second.
by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, John.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
Is there anyone this morning who has administrative communications?
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Shabarn, Kansas Expo Center. Just want to say another great weekend. Hockey was back. 3 games, very, very exciting games. Attendance was up a little bit, which is very, very encouraging. So, and we also had a bike show in the exhibit hall, as well as our other activities throughout the grounds. I wanted to let you know that. Thank you.
Thanks for keeping us updated. Anyone else for administrative communications?
Commissioner John Knight, Parks and Recreation again. Our staff spends a lot of time every year planning and scheduling large events that attract people from all over the country, one of those being the Tulip Time. Mother Nature did not agree with us this year, so we have moved the Tulip Time up. It actually begins today and will run the next 3 weeks. So come on out. It's always an attraction that brings people from definitely all over the Midwest. But I know staff has even gotten a couple calls from people in Florida who plan their vacation to see the tulips. So they're going to have to move their vacation up quickly if they want to make it this year.
I
So.
was going to say, let's hope it doesn't snow on Thursday then, like what they're calling for.
Hey.
Thanks. Commissioners? Commissioner Cook?
I have nothing.
Commissioner Archer?
And this is for Jeff. On Saturday, we went down to Wichita for the state gymnastics meet. And from what I understand, there were 1,000 gymnasts there. And there were a lot of parents and grandparents. And I thought, this belongs in the Expo Center. It'd be a great venue. So if you would look into that, the state gymnastics meet brought a lot of people into town. And again, I pictured that at the Expo Center as I was sitting there on hard benches. So, thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Well, and Kansas Kids Wrestling is coming on Friday, Saturday of this week. That's all right. Okay, sorry. I'll wait. Commissioners, I had the opportunity on Saturday to participate in the Girl Scout Day at the Capitol. And I was only in charge of delivering cupcakes, and I was good, about 300 cupcakes they had about 300 girls that came and got to do the opening ceremony in the House chambers, and Annie Keither did a great job. She helped put all this together as well. The girls went to group sessions, and they had a scavenger hunt throughout the Capitol, so it was a fun day. Remembered my Girl Scout pledge law, so that was good. And then I went to, on Wednesday afternoon, you guys don't look too excited. Yeah.
I knew.
We are participating, all three of us, in Parker Pie in the Face event. It's a fundraiser for Parker Monholland, who lives in Silver Lake. And this event is taking place at noon on March 23rd at Silver Lake Bank, North Topeka, on Highway 24. And so you can come and donate and then throw pies in our faces. And I think there's at least some of the others, Melissa Bruner, James Brown, Herman Jones, Chad Taylor, Tom Pallas, some of the other names that are on this email. So that will be fun. I think that's all I have. Next item, please.
Item 6, executive session.
Is there a need? Not, we are adjourned. Thank you.